Hi guys, and welcome back to my House of Mystical Embers. So today's video is going to be a little different. I had planned on doing a live stream, but apparently my channel doesn't meet YouTube's requirements to do live streaming. So I'm going to skip through the whole intro and stuff like that because I don't want this video to take too long to edit, so I'm just going to upload what I have today. So I do apologize. It's not going to be, you know, my normal thing. But I wanted to get this video out to you guys today because I did promise you guys that I was going to be doing some tarot pulls. This is going to be my first time actually doing tarot pulls, so I'm quite nervous about doing this, so please be gentle. So I want to kind of right now I'm kind of like give you guys a little explanation of what's been going on with me this week before we get into this. So I've had a really taxing week this week. I have schedule changes going on at work. And since I started my YouTube channel, I think I really kind of tried to dive in, and some other things in my life have been kind of getting a little bit neglected. So now I'm starting to kind of feel a little bit stressed out, you know, because I'm trying to do this, and, you know, plus I work a full-time job during the day, you know, and just regular life stuff. So I think I'm going to plan on trying to create a set schedule for myself. That way I'm not running it, because, you know, things unexpectedly happen, and then and, you know, I think I just want to try to be a little bit more to schedule things out for myself. That way I know what I'm doing each day instead of trying to do random things. Of course, none of my videos are, you know, ever going to be really planned. They're just going to kind of come together on their own, you know, like I like to do it anyway. But as far as my scheduling days are concerned, and then, you know, trying to take the time out to get video edited and then get it uploaded, and things like that. I don't yet have a set upload schedule that I would like to have yet. I'm still trying to work out a lot of kinks, you know, to where I can fit, you know, my everyday life stuff, you know, in between all of this. So just bear with me, guys. You will be seeing some old videos that I have had, that I have done probably about a month ago. And there is, I think, a couple, 2, maybe 3, don't quote me on that because I'm not exactly sure at the moment. I do know of one. I did finally get it finished edited yesterday. I was going to try to upload it today, but I really wanted this to be my Halloween special day. Originally, I had planned on taking this day off from work because I wanted to do all this, and I wanted to, you know, dress up and be all in the Halloween spirit. While I was at work today, I was thinking, well, you know, maybe I can go home and I can, you know, get dressed up and things like that. But I'm just exhausted. I'm exhausted this week. The weather, it's rainy here, and, you know, the weather's kind of got my energy a bit low. I'm just tired. You know, work has been exhausting. You know, and then just trying to come home and just trying to rush through and get everything done, because I like to have everything done by the time my husband gets home from work. That way, you know, we can sit down and we can eat together and, you know, just chill, you know, watching TV or, you know, doing our normal stuff. Because you know, I don't get to see him, you know, throughout the day because he works long hours. So, you know, that's our time that I like to, you know, have for us on a daily basis. And I do have 2 days off of work throughout the week. But, you know, even still, I have other things that I try to get done. But I'm working on it. So, you know, it's going to take me a little time to try to get things flowing the way I would like to, because I do not do very well with change, and anytime my normal routine gets upset, it takes me quite a while to finally get everything worked out to where I'm comfortable and I'm not stressing so much. So right now I'm kind of stressing. And so yeah, so that's pretty much what's been going on in my life right now. But other than that, I hope that everybody else is doing awesome. So I'd like to welcome everybody back. I'm so discombobulated. I do apologize. But I would like to welcome all of my beautiful homies back to my channel. Thank you so much for all of your love and support, you know, throughout this journey with me so far. I know it hasn't been long. And I would like to welcome any new people that might be viewing today. I welcome to my homie family. I do hope that you consider subscribing. And, you know, don't forget to hit that little bell notification up at the top. That way you can be notified of any future content that I put out, which I do try to upload on a regular. So yeah, so let's get into my Halloween special today. So like I said, I'm excited, but I am nervous all at the same time, because this will be the first time that I'm actually using my intuition for people that I don't know, pretty much. So yeah, so I think first off, I picked out 3 decks that I'm going to use today. I have my my Witch's Wisdom Oracle cards that I'm going to use. I also have my I don't know how to pronounce it. I think it's French. My vampire deck out. I'm just going to say that. And of course, my Halloween Oracle. I don't know exactly how this is going to go. This was something that was just kind of on a whim. And I'm really nervous, and I have no idea what the hell I'm doing. So I hope nobody roasts me too much or gets upset. So I'm learning as I go, guys, and I hope that by doing these continuously, I'll get a little bit more comfortable, because it did take me a while to get comfortable being on camera, which I think I'm pretty much there by now. But with the tarot cards, not so much. I guess because I want to be good at it. So, but I guess the only way I'm going to get there is with trial and error. So, without further ado, I'm going to do tarot card pulls for each zodiac sign for my Halloween special today. I hope to God that I do not miss a zodiac sign, because I know that there is 12. And I don't have a list in front of me because I can't use my phone to look up anything. So we're going to get to it. So I do not know how this process works for most people, but I guess I just kind of got to find my own way of doing things. Okay, so this is going to be these are just general card pulls. So if the messages do not resonate for anybody, that's okay. They could resonate for somebody else. One thing is, you know, and I heard this from another tarot reader, which I can't remember who it is, so I apologize that I can't quote my source at the moment, but she always says that time is fluid. So sometimes messages might come out and they might not resonate with you now, but they may happen later on. But, you know, with a general read, you know, you're pulling for an energy collective of, you know, millions of people. So you just don't know. It might not be for you. It could be for somebody else. So just please keep that in mind. So the first zodiac sign that I am going to pull for is going to be Aries. So I'm basically, I'm not even exactly sure what area to even go for. Most people always like love readings. So I guess we could do love. Or no, I think I'm just going to start with just doing a general energetic, just a general energy read for the whole collective for Aries. So what's going on with my Aries people on Halloween? And what's been going on with my Aries people? Any messages for my Aries people out there today, Spirit? And normally when I shuffle my cards, I like to let them like fly out, because that always tells me that that's something that Spirit wants to know. So for time's sake, I'm just only going to shuffle until I feel it is time to stop and just pull a card, because we might be here forever if I'm going to wait for cards to fly out. So, and this will be good practice for me too. Oh, one just fell out. Okay, so Aries got the lamp. Remembrance. Now, I'm going to read from the book on what the actual message is, and then I'm going to try to see what I feel. So, remembrance. To me, when I look at this card, it's almost like as if, you know, you see the pumpkins and they're peering through that window and there's a light. So what I kind of feel like is that somebody out there is either reminiscing or trying to remember maybe the good things, you know, in their life. It could be a relationship, could be with family, it could be within themselves. So I really feel that it's like they're peering through something, like they're looking through a window, maybe the window to their own soul. So they're trying, you know, remembrances. To me, what I feel in this card is that they're trying to remember, or they're reminiscing about things. So let's see what the meaning from the book says. If I can find it. Okay. Well, it's actually the lamp. I'm looking for remembrance. Duh. I had me a moment there. Oh boy. Okay, I can't find it, like, for the life of me. Like, really? Ah, found it finally. Sorry, I apologize. Okay, so for the lamp it says, I light a single candle within a lamp for you, a single flame in the darkness that reflects my heart so true. Whilst it is a tradition to carve a jack-o'-lantern to scare away the spirits, it was an older tradition still to light a candle or a lamp on Halloween night and leave it at the window as a loving guide home for those who have passed, both as a symbol of remembrance and also as a kind of leaving the lights on for those who may wish to come home. The lamp was left on to illuminate the night and perhaps even the sadness that was felt because of the passing. This card reminds us that it is a positive thing to remember those who have passed by celebrating their life rather than mourning their death. For those with whom we did not have an easy relationship, or even those we did not like, leave us with valuable lessons. Sometimes we learn more from our nemesis than we do from our friends, and so the darkness can illuminate our strengths and our true values so that we can live them more clearly and fully. So yeah, so I kind of feel like you know, whoever this is, for some of you out there, you know, that you're remembering, like, you know, you're reminiscing about someone, something, or something in your life, or, you know, maybe even trying to remember something within yourself, or reminiscing about, you know, things within yourself, because you know that, you know, they always say that the window, you know, like you're peering through a window. To me, I just feel like somebody, you know, might even be looking within, you know, peering through the window to your soul. It could be, you know, and that's what I intuitively, feel what this card is representing, for those of you out there. So, and it is a good thing to remember, because, you know, like the statement of the card says, is that, you know, there's always lessons to be learned. And, you know, even, you know, not just from others, but just also with yourself as well. So it is a positive thing. So, you know, whoever could be sitting there, maybe thinking about the past or whatnot, you know, don't beat yourself up too much about it. You know, just keep looking within, and, you know, try to turn whatever it is, you know, if you're sad or whatnot, you know, try to turn it into something positive, because there's always a positive lesson to be learned, even in the darkness. So that's what I have for Aries. Okay, so I think I want to use this. Okay, so the next zodiac sign that I am going to pull for is going to be Taurus, because that's what I just thought about. So what's been going on with my Taurian people? What's been going on with Taurus? Spirit, please let me know what is going on with Taurus. What messages does Taurus need to hear? Or a message in particular that Taurus needs to hear? Is there a message for Taurus? Oh, got one that flew out. Okay, so Taurus got Barmbrack, sweetness and synergy. So that's a cute little picture. I'm not exactly sure what Barmbrack means. But what I'm seeing here, I see like, looks like bread, almost to me like gathering, family gathering. So I'm not sure if, you know, if you have family gatherings going on, breaking of bread. Something's telling me about breaking of bread. So, and you know, like traditionally, you know, when people broke bread with each other, it was always a good thing. Breaking bread, how do I want to put it? I'm not really good with getting my words out either, which I'm working on that. So I don't know, maybe there could have been a family situation, you know, a family situation going on. I kind of feel that maybe around this time of year, because I don't know, this to me is speaking Thanksgiving, around Thanksgiving time. If I wanted to put a time frame on this, where, you know, the family's getting together, you know, joyfulness and things like that. So I'm thinking that if there was a family situation, that had gotten, I don't want to say split apart, but maybe there was some kind of disruption within the family, you know, family arguments or fighting. I really feel that, that, you know, for those of you out there that this might resonate with, that, you know, around Thanksgiving time, I feel like that, you know, it's all going to come back together. I mean, it could be family, it could be a relationship, anything, you know, friends even, you know, because friends do, you know, gather around, and they, you know, even during the holidays. So yeah, so whatever happened, if there was a situation, where there was arguments or whatnot, and, you know, whatever happened, I feel that around this time, you guys are going to be getting together, breaking bread, mending. I'm hearing mending. Things are going to start mending. If they haven't already started mending, then I feel that around that time that people are, you're going to start talking again, working out your problems and finding some solutions. So that's what I feel. But we're going to look up what the meaning is for this, because it might have a different message. I don't know. Okay, so Barmbrack. A pea, a cloth, a coin, a ring, and stick within a loaf of speckled sweetness. Slice it and eat it, a glimpse of my fate's completeness. Not quite a cake and not quite a bread. Barmbrack is a sweet loaf larger than a typical bread loaf. Baked with flour, sugar, salt, and dried fruits such as raisins, the making of barmbrack is an Irish tradition that still stands around Samhain, which is Halloween. The person baking the loaf would be sure to set the intention for love, truth, and synergy whilst preparing it. Inside the dough, a number of special objects are hidden and baked into the loaf. The objects are used as a kind of random oracle. Each one has a particular meaning, which represents the fate of the person who found it in their slice. The traditional objects include a coin, a pea, a stick, a ring, and a small piece of cloth like muslin. I have no idea what that is. Some other additions made in more modern times were religious medals. Should your slice of brack contain a coin, this would indicate prosperity and good luck. The pea, unfortunately, meant that no marriage would occur for you that year. Yet finding the ring meant a marriage was certain. The stick, to be avoided at all costs, indicated disputes and unhappiness, and finding the cloth meant bad luck and little money ahead. Okay, well, that's very interesting because I never knew this even existed. But yeah, so I don't really feel that the meaning of this card has any particular message except for, you know, what I was kind of tuning into, which is another thing that I really need to work on is, you know, tuning in. Okay, so who's going to be next? Libra. Okay, so Libra is next. So, ooh, Libra got two that just like thrown out. Wow. Okay, so I guess we're going to go with both of these for Libra. So Libra got Skull of Darkness, Blind Spots, and Ghost, which is regret. So, for some Librans out there, I kind of feel like maybe you was blindsided by something. I'm not exactly sure. This might pertain to a relationship of some sorts. It could be romantic, it could be a friendship, or it could be family. So I'm kind of feeling here, and maybe you could have been the one that blindsided somebody, and now you're regretting. Like almost the ghost that I'm picking up on is like maybe, I don't know, what I'm hearing is ghosts of the past. So maybe there could have been a situation that had happened a long time ago, and now that situation is starting to resurface again. It could be a person, you know, that you haven't spoken to in a long time that might be coming back into your life, and maybe whatever the situation was, maybe worked on, or that could be for some of you. So something from the past is reemerging to be worked on, or it could be to kind of get closure on whatever happened. Blind spots, so something could be hidden. That's what I'm kind of feeling. I'm feeling like something is being hidden, but something like, because this candle here on top of the skull is like, you know, like something in the darkness is being illuminated. So whatever was put into the, whatever was hidden in the dark, I feel is, if it's not already coming to light, then it will be coming into the light. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I feel. I don't hear anything more. So just be, I mean, I'm not exactly sure who you could be dealing with, but, and maybe whoever this past person is or whatever situation had happened, somebody has regrets. So either the person from the past is having regrets and maybe coming towards you to illuminate and to bring things that were hidden in the dark to the surface, or you're going to be finding out something that was hidden that is pertaining to this person. So let's read what it says in here. So, skull of darkness. You may not wish to delve there, the shadows, the darkness, the unknown. Yet when we search, we reveal in our power it has grown. The beautiful and mysterious skull of darkness encourages us to look to the part of ourselves that normally remains hidden or as unseen as possible. We may not appreciate or like certain aspects of ourselves, and yet sometimes our greatest treasures lie within these areas. How many times have you heard of famous artists or people extremely successful in their fields being bullied for being so different? Yet it is their very differences from others that make them so powerful. Additionally, all of us at some stage of life have certain blind spots that may cause us grief and trouble. Although we cannot see the issue clearly, it is the repeated patterns of pain that may alert us to them. Symptoms, if you will, for example, the same things keep happening over and over again. We may be betrayed repeatedly, fail at something repeatedly, not complete tasks continually. Peace and pattern breaking can be achieved by doing the work and uncovering our blind spot, or even consulting truest close friends or professionals to assist us to see what we cannot. So that could be a message for some of you, is that I kind of feel from reading this, for some of you, I do feel that what I felt in the cards earlier was for some. But for some of you, maybe there's things that you haven't let go of. You know, past hurts, past pain, things like that, that you're still holding on to. So I would advise trying to meditate and try to let those things go. I know those things are easier said than done, to be honest. I'm guilty of that myself. But yeah. Okay, so ghost is like smoke rising from the ashes, a mist from the sea, the dead they are watching, they have come to haunt me. The traditional definition of a ghost is the apparition of the spirit or soul of a formerly living being. Ghosts can be both in human form or animal, and even occasionally in inanimate objects such as ghostly ships have been reported. The belief in spirits and ghosts is extremely widespread across time, and cultures have different words such as spiritus, wraith, phantom, and shade have been used to refer to them. Ghosts can be both people that we have known, ancestors for example, who visit to assist us, or presences that are bound to a particular place because they have found it difficult to let go even after death. The concept of the haunted house or the cursed place is the basis for many a creepy ghost story. In fact, the most interesting ghost stories often involve a very angry or destructive spirit coming back to wreak its revenge after death. The Old Norse word for ghost has the same root word as the word fury. It is said that the spirits that cannot let go of this world have a reason for this. Sometimes it is to warn the living, to guide them, but generally it is because they haven't finished their business here on the plane of the living. They have regrets that they wish to resolve. Should the ghost come gliding into your life during divination, it may indicate that you have some regrets to let go of. Holding grudges or regrets is burdensome work, and it weighs us down eventually. By taking actions to free ourselves of these old burdens, we clear the way for more rightful and wise action for the future. We can begin to live again fully if we let go of what was and step into new possibilities. So wow, so yeah, this card really ties into the message where I had, where this one stated about not letting go. So you're still holding on to things from the past. So this card is indicating, you know, that you have unfinished business, possibly, but to let those things go in order for you to move on in your life. So that's for some of you out there. So I hope this resonated with, either messages resonated with somebody. Okay, Capricorn. That just popped in my head. So what messages for the collective of Capricorn do we have this Halloween day? What messages do we have for Capricorn? Capricorn. What does somebody need to hear? Invisibility, authenticity. I feel like some of you or someone is hiding themselves. Either that or you feel invisible to others. But I really feel like you're not being authentic, true to yourself. Possibly trying to be somebody maybe that you're not. I mean, we all go through that stage, you know, where we just don't like ourselves. So then, you know, we always try to take on the persona of somebody else, you know, somebody that we admire or whatnot. Or you're just not really being true to yourself because, you know, sometimes your ego can really take a hold of you and, you know, you feel like, you know, deep down inside you may be one person, but then the way you portray yourself to the outside world may be something else because, you know, you're letting your ego take control. So that's what I'm kind of feeling in this card is that some of you are not really being authentic. And you're hiding. You're hiding your true self. Maybe it could be because you're either hiding from your family, your friends, or, you know, whoever you're around, you know, who you truly are inside because you're afraid of not being accepted. And I really feel that the only, and you're probably not, I don't feel any happiness. Like you're not happy hiding. Like you struggle with it. I mean, I feel like I see somebody going around where they try to make everybody think that they, you know, have, you know, this wonderful life. They're great. They're happy, you know, doing what they're doing. But deep down inside, they're miserable. That's what I really feel. I feel like somebody's like really miserable because they're just not being true to themselves. So let's see if there's a second message because this might not exactly coincide with what I said. So, says, heart beating, we sense but do not see. They touch, we chill, they come unseen. You know that feeling you sometimes have that someone is watching you, you cannot see them, yet you have a distinct feeling that someone is there. All the hairs are up on the back of your neck. You think you see something in the corner of your eye, but when you turn, there is nothing to be seen but empty air. This is the power of invisibility. The indirect fear and the covert threat of having to fight something that we cannot see. Humans have a strong visual sense, so it is no wonder that we are uneasy about things we cannot see. The ancients believed that all manner of creatures, mythical and physical, and of course the deities, could make themselves invisible at all. When we consider that some animals are camouflaged so well by their coats or behavior that sometimes even we are looking straight at them, they are hard to see within their environment, that invisibility isn't such a far-fetched concept. In many cultures, the idea of beings who could watch us undetected were, and still are common, jinns, angels, nature spirits, the fae, and even practitioners of magic, such as witches, are said to have the power to appear and disappear at will. Later in literature and then in movies, invisibility becomes a common power, and we now have fictional superheroes that are invisible and even cloaks of invisibility. The concept of invisibility is a double-edged sword. While it's a powerful tool to be able to gain information or to assist while no one sees, individuals using it are privy to information that may not be meant for them, and it may be taken out of context or unethically. It is a power of manipulation and easily abused. The idea of hiding away and not being seen is also a big part of the dark side of this concept. We are all born to shine our light out into the world and to take our roles. Hiding our talents, not expressing our true selves, stealing others' ideas or work, and being someone else rather than your authentic self are all aspects to consider should this card appear in your reading. Wow, I was kind of dead on about that. And I haven't read this book. I think I might have used this deck like maybe one time, like 2 years ago. So yeah. So whoever this is meant for, I really think you need to sit down and look within. And it could be for multiple people. Look within. Try to start being your more authentic self, because I really feel that you would probably be much more happier in life if you was more authentic. And stop hiding, Stop hiding who you are. I mean, and I know that all too well, because me being different growing up was always a very hard thing for me to do. And I always tried to be somebody that I wasn't, because I never felt accepted growing up. Okay, so I want to get into the witch's wisdoms this time. Okay, so we did Aries, Libra, Taurus, and Capricorn. So we got 4 down. 8 more to go. Cancer. Oh, I'm a Cancer. Okay, so what messages do we have for my Cancerians out there today on Halloween? And I hope everybody is having an awesome Halloween today and enjoying themselves. I got to get my candy bowl ready here soon before it starts getting dark, because I have no idea when they're going to start trick-or-treating, and hopefully it don't rain. So what messages do we have for my Cancerians out there today? What messages does somebody need to hear? I need a message for my Cancerians. I need a message for my Cancerians. Ooh, this card's flying out. Scrying Mirror Shadow. So on the scrying mirror, traditionally is a mirror where it's a divination tool per se. Almost kind of like, the mirror, mirror on the wall, who is the fairest one of all? So, yeah, so somebody is, for those of you, when you're looking in the mirror, what are you looking for when you look into the mirror? I mean, and who peers back at you? I mean, it's a reflection of yourself, but do you really see yourself? So, and I don't know, this deck is kind of hard. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and read from the book, because I'm not really, I don't know, I'm picking up, I'm seeing, like, looking into the mirror, peering back at yourself, not seeing you, like you're not really seeing yourself. It's almost as if maybe you're seeing someone else. And maybe that's where the shadow aspect is coming from, is that you're not you're not seeing yourself. So I'm thinking that, I mean, it's almost kind of like the previous reading, you know, where maybe you're not being authentic, but let's see what this says. Scrying. Yep. Mirror, mirror, give me sight. Show me shadows through the light. Accept I shall this power in me, a pure divine duality. This magic is worked with harm to none, so mote it be, there it is done. So through the scrying mirror lives a power that you have been avoiding. Focusing only on the qualities of light can only serve half of who you are. There is no point in denying the part of you that you are refusing to see when shadows show up. Look again and face your shadow side. There is nothing to fear, for this is part of who you are. The light cannot exist without the dark, and when recognized, completes the duality of light and dark, goddess and God within you. Once acknowledged and accepted, get to know your shadow side. Learn its ways and its vulnerabilities until you recognize and understand this alternative power that resides in you. It takes great skill to observe it and to know when and what to take from it. When the situation arises, shadows cannot exist within the light, and from the shadows come the light. By knowing yourself fully in this way, you strengthen your energy and increase your personal power. Which is foresight meeting. You are using only half of your true potential. Understand the importance of duality in all you do. Knowing yourself fully will enhance your magical work. Sometimes as being hidden from you, open your eyes. The magic mirror is a powerful scrying tool used to act as a portal to other planes of existence, parallel lives, past lives, your subconscious mind, and your shadow side. Made of obsidian, which is a natural volcanic glass, and placed in a mirror with a silver backing, its attributes are used to enhance psychic visions, blocking negative energy, and protection. Okay, so like I said, when I felt this card, you know, that, you know, some of you, maybe, you know, when you're looking into the mirror, you're not seeing yourself. Like, you don't recognize yourself. Maybe because you're just not, maybe you haven't fully understood who you are, or you're on that journey of trying to figure out who you are. And like the you know, the one message in there talking about your shadow side is we all have both light and dark within us. And you know, understanding and accepting that concept is what's going to make you feel whole. So really take the time out to try to get to know who you are. And, you know, don't think, you know, not unless, you know, you're trying to be somebody that you're not, so you're not authentically being you, or you're just at that point in life where you're still trying to find who you are. And I can fully resonate with that because I myself am kind of at a precipice, and I've probably done this many times in my life, you know, and I believe that we all do at some point. So I hope that resonated for somebody. Okay, Leo is next. So, what messages do we have for my Leo the Lions out there on this Halloween day? What message does somebody need to hear? My Leos. My Leo the Lions. What messages do they need to hear on Halloween day? Oop, this card was flying out. Yule, rebirth. So if I was going to give a timestamp on this, something is going to be occurring maybe around the winter time. Not exactly sure if it's going to be this winter. It could be next winter. I'm not exactly sure. So, rebirth. So what I feel in this card, because if you see the flames down here at the bottom, I'm sensing almost kind of like, you know, like how the phoenix rises from the ashes. So whatever situation, you know, might have happened, I bet you felt burnt. I feel like that you got you got burnt or you got tore down. And I really feel like during this time, healing. I'm hearing healing. I feel like during this time, or at least, come winter, you're going to start healing from whatever situation happened. Could have been a breakup, a relationship. It could be a family situation, or you lost a friendship had broken up. Or, even, I don't like to say this, but, maybe even a death might have occurred within your family that really left you broken. But I do feel like during this time, it's almost, I kind of feel like the winter, like the cold, because during that time, because the cold, it like, how it kills off all the insects, and but at the same time, even though winter is a destructive force, it's still beautiful at the same time. And then when and then when winter goes, everything comes back. Like during the springtime, everything comes back. So I really feel that maybe you feel cold inside. Like whatever happened in your life just left you really like cold hearted. But at the same time, I feel like that during this process, I feel like I keep hearing phoenix rising above the ashes. I feel like you're going to be like a phoenix, and you're going to reborn yourself, rebirth yourself, I guess you could say. But you're going to come out of it. I mean, whatever had happened, I don't feel like you're going to stay stuck in that type of energy for long. But like I said, time is fluid, so I'm not exactly sure if could be this winter, maybe next winter, because some wounds take longer to heal, and I know that, especially if it's a broken heart. I mean, sometimes a broken heart can last a long time. But yeah, I feel like whatever happened, you're going to come out of it. Things are going to, you're going to rise above whatever happened, is what I feel. So let's see what, oh, my nose is starting to get stuffy. That's not good. You waned, now growing like the sun, who's born again, the light has won. With Yule log placed upon the fire, rebirth delivers heart's desire. The magic is worked with harm to none, so mote it be there is done. Like the celebrated midwinter sun, it's time to make your ascent. You are growing stronger, and an exalted journey awaits. Yule honors the return of the sun's power, a celebration of its rebirth. Your battle has been won, and you can take your battle has been won, and you can take your deserved place next to the winning Oak King, who resigns supreme at Yule over the Holly King, until they meet again at the solstice of summer. So spruce yourself up, for Yule brings great news of impending rebirth, for a new way of life is just around the corner. Rebirth can come in many forms, such as heading in a new direction, a promotion, a new job, new perception, empowerment, or enhanced connection with the old ways. Whatever it is you have been asking for comes to pass when Yule arrives. So be expectant and positives as rebirth accompanies you through to the other side, where you will emerge wiser and stronger than ever before. Your past is truly behind you. The difficulties you've endured have made you stronger and wiser. A new way of life beckons. Shine your light brightly. Your wishes and dreams are coming true. Relax in front of a log fire. Known as midwinter of the winter solstice, Yule marks the shortest day of the year. This is the time of the sun's return, when the goddess gives birth to the star child, or Mother Night, a sacred time of solar rebirth when we bring into our homes the Yule log for the returning sun, mistletoe for fertility, and holly for protection. So I was right about that. And I'm kind of proud of myself, guys. What do you think? I hope I'm doing okay. Okay, next up is going to be Gemini. So what, and I do apologize, my nose is starting to stuff up. So I'm sorry. So what messages do we have for Gemini, my Gemini people out there for this Halloween day? What messages does someone or multiple people need to hear? What messages do we have for Gemini? Oh, okay. So Gemini got Chalice, fulfillment. So this card here obviously would definitely remind me of the Ace of Cups in the regular tarot. So I feel like, so for some of you out there, your cup is full. I really feel like that right now at this point in your life, you feel like, I feel like everything is good. Everything is great. Your cup is full. I don't feel like that, it's like half empty. I think it's full. And fulfillment. So if it's not going on now, that whatever you're working on, it could be a project, it could be a business, it could be, family, whatever it is that you're working on, I really feel like that your cup is going to be full if it isn't already. And I feel like you feel accomplished. You feel great. Overall joyful. You know what I mean? I really feel like, this is happiness. This is the fulfillment, the completion of something in your life is what I really feel like. So congratulations to, for whoever this is for, or for some of you out there, that's really awesome. I feel like it's business though. I feel like some of you out there have completed a successful business venture, or you're getting ready to start one. If you're getting ready to start a business venture, I feel like it's going to be successful. Yeah, but I really feel like it's more so towards business and career. Could be a job, maybe business, but a job. But I feel like, there's money attached to this. Like it has to do with money, career-wise. I feel like it's going to be the completion or the fulfillment of something within your career sector. So let's see what the Chalice says. You seek it here, you seek it there, you're sure you have searched everywhere. Look no further than inside, it's here the magic doth reside. The magic is worked with harm to none, so mote it be, there is done. You have a deep thirst to connect with the magic of the old ways. The overflowing desire to remember and awaken runs through your veins and speaks to your very soul. Your quest has led you to scour the pages of books in order to learn the ritual spells, properties, herbs, and the traditional ways of yesteryear. The idea of covens to be initiated into the power of a group of like-hearted others stirs your interest, and yet your natural solitary side encourages you to keep away from the views and opinions of others, to take your own path towards what you seek. Drink from the chalice that stands before you, for your search is almost over. Instead of seeking all that you require elsewhere, Chalice shows you that the fulfillment yet you seek has always been inside you. You are the one true vessel that is waiting to be filled. Now drink. Your search is a form of procrastination. Be open to spirit and follow your intuition. You're nearly there. Don't quit. Something that has been missing will turn up. You will receive an unexpected visitor. Work with the element water. Check in with your emotions. Drink more water. The chalice represents water and is one of the 4 elemental tools that a witch uses. A symbol of unity of the coven, it is passed around the circle to drink of blessed water or wine during ritual. Associated with the moon and the goddess, the name chalice stems back to the legend of the Holy Grail, but goblets have been used in ritual for thousands of years. So that could be a second message for somebody. But I really feel like, you know, the whole fulfillment, like when I looked at the card, like, you know, when your cup is full and you're fulfilled, but something's just telling me it's career. Something within your career with your coin, could be business, but something is going to be completed. It's going to be fulfilled. So I hope that's a good message for somebody. I hope it resonated for somebody. Okay, so we're going to move on to the vampire deck. Oh, my nose. My poor nose. Okay, so who haven't we gotten to yet? Virgo. Okay. So what messages does my Virgo, my lovely Virgos out there need to hear on the... Woo! Wow. Okay, that's a whole lot of cards. That's too many that just popped out. Too many to read, and I'm almost an hour into this video as it is. I will try to do timestamps, but I'm not exactly sure if I will get to the timestamps today, but I will try to get them in there. That way people can, you know, whoever view the video later on, they can just go right to their sign. That way they don't have to go through the whole thing. Virgo, Virgo, Virgo. What does my Virgos need to hear today on this Halloween day? What does my Virgos need to hear on this Halloween? Ooh, this card's coming out. Maenad, madness, ecstatic, ritual, energetic, release. To me, she looks like Poison Ivy from Marvel, right? This is what this reminds me of. Poison Ivy. So what am I feeling from this? I'm not exactly sure. But I kind of feel like not only Poison Ivy, but I'm feeling like mistletoe. I mean, the way this looks, it looks kind of Christmassy in the way with the red and the green. I'm having a hard time with this one, guys. So I'm just going to go ahead and read straight from the book. I'm just picking up Poison Ivy or mistletoe or something along that nature. Maenads are the female priestess of the god Dionysus. Maddened by the fruits of the vine and given the space of ritual, they descended into a ritual ecstasy where an orgy of carnal delights, instability, frenzied dance, and gluttony are all allowed and celebrated. Within that space, the divine madness we all have, including you, is given expression and exhausts itself relatively safely. When she comes to you in this card, it is for you now to find a safe space to do what you have considered to be unsafe in a safe and protected way. What does this mean? You may be longing to be free, wild, and let loose, to cast off the chains and find expression in dance, sex, parties, and intoxication. And she comes to you now, this creature who will devour you if you do not find a way to safely express these urges, for that is vampiric. The urge to express the divine madness that will erode your soul if you realize I had a phone call. So, the urge to express the divine madness that will erode your soul if you repress it any longer, and that is when the vampiric Maenad can tear you to pieces. That is when addiction can find you. This is when overindulgence can stake its claim on your soul through your physical form. This Maenad is watching you now, eyes brimming with poison, ready to infect you if you do not begin to rediscover the beautiful madness of life in your own way. If you do not now begin to have some dance, some joy, some loss of the self-consciousness you battle with each day, she will find you, and her leaves will poison you, even as they delight you. It is time for joy to be lived through you. It is time for madness. It is time to drink the nectar of love, making wine laughter to the point where your belly hurts. It is time for the message of blessing. It is safe for you to give way to feelings of intense bliss and happiness, even excitement. Feeling deeply and allowing yourself to be swept up in the rapture, it's a beautiful thing for you to experience at this time. It is safe to let this happen under the current circumstances. If it is a curse, a fear that divine madness will be permanent, that there is short distance between the bliss of the Maenad and insanity, keeping yourself on such a tight leash that your repressions rule you and are therefore expressed in unhealthy ways. Okay. So yeah, I mean, I was kind of getting kind of like the poison ivy feel, maybe the mistletoe. So I'm thinking maybe like around Christmas time, you know, there's going to be a lot of Christmas parties. So whatever your urges are, let it be sexual, I don't know. I just basically, I think I was having a hard time, because this is actually the first time I've used this deck too. But really the only thing I was picking up on is I just kept seeing poison ivy, like this, you know, how she was very sensual and, dangerous. It was like a dangerous, sensual, exotic is what I'm picking up. So I don't know, I'm kind of feeling like, and then I was picking up on the mistletoe. Of course it could have been from the picture as well, but maybe like around Christmas time, if you are feeling really repressed and just really need to get out there and let loose and just have some fun, then go for it. Just don't get into too much trouble, and just be careful that you protect yourself, for one. We don't want to have anything being passed around or anybody getting terribly hurt or whatnot. So I wonder if that resonated with anybody. Then, you know, let me know. Okay, so who's still left? Scorpio. What messages do I have for my Scorpions out there on this Halloween day? Oh, this card wants to pop out. Rebellion, upstart, turmoil, revolution. So she looks pretty angry. Almost kind of like, you know, if you piss a scorpion off, you know, they're ready to come out with their claws. So I feel like somebody's in a situation where they feel prisoned. They feel stuck. I feel like somebody's stuck. And you know the old adage that they would say is like, you know, when, like if you was to lock a dog up in a cage for like 10 years and then when you finally let the dog out, like they just go kind of buck wild. That's what I'm kind of sensing off of this. But I see sadness and I see anger in this card. So I feel like some of you or someone is about ready to just kind of like go buck wild against something. It could be a relationship, it could be family. If you feel like people are trying to hold you back, I get the sense of someone's trying to hold you back. Like either that or you're holding yourself back from something where it's not making you happy, and it's causing increased anger within yourself. Um, almost kind of like you want out of something, but at the same time you feel trapped, you feel prisoned, and you're trying to find a way out. So let's see what she has to say. 33. There is about you an established order. There is about you a power that says things must be done in a particular way, that the order is rightful and must be maintained. The freedom to question is being refused and is considered to be offensive. The right to speak up, even respectfully, is being restrained. Those who find a new way to approach the old problems are considered dangerous. And for a time now you have kept silent. But there is a different way, many different ways of approaching the same questions. Instead of each person having the right to approach the questions in a way that is true to them, you are being asked not to think, not to feel, but simply to follow. And you are tired of following when this following is taking you no closer to the adventures and solutions you wish to discover. But it is hard to be the one who speaks up. It is challenging to be the one who say there may be another way. For to do so in your place right now is to become a rebel. This sounds romantic, but it is not. It is a hard path to walk, yet it is the one you are being asked to set off on. And in doing so, you may find others wish to make you a new leader and a new keeper of laws and orders, but for you, this is a personal journey, and you do not wish to influence any other to do anything but to know that following their own path and finding their own way may be the best for them. It is a choice. What lies before you is the fork in the road, which you will take not to be defiant or to create dissonance. You follow it because it is the path of your heart, and you will be called rebel, you will be called difficult, and you will be told you are willful and egotistic, but you are not. You need to do this with fanfare and great noise. You simply take the turn that others do not, and you begin to walk alone. It is lonely, but the false camaraderie of conformity you leave behind frees you and offers you true moments of joy rather than false comforts. The message for blessing. You are being called to follow your own soul's path. It is a wonderful thing when you truly become yourself and find what you love. For curse, there will be loneliness from time to time, but you will meet like-minded rebels upon your soul's road. So I hope that resonated with somebody today. Oh, I hope I'm not coming down sick, because now my throat is getting scratchy. Maybe because I'm talking too much, and I usually don't talk too much. Okay, so Sagittarius. We have Sagittarius. I think I've gotten through everybody, maybe. What messages do my Saggies need to hear on this Halloween day? What message does my Saggies need to hear? Oh, okay. I guess you wanted to come out. Thirst, craving, compulsion, obsession. So I feel like in some ways like you feel not fulfilled. in whatever situation that you're in. It could be job, family, relationship wise. But you're craving something. Like, I'm feeling like it's a person. Like you're obsessing over a person, or you're craving a person. It could be somebody from your past, that you no longer talk to anymore, or maybe you do, but they just don't know it. Or it could be somebody that I don't know. I'm seeing somebody like you're admiring somebody from afar, like almost kind of like that hidden love type thing. Like this person doesn't know who you are. Um, like in the movies where, you have, a guy or a girl that are in love with somebody, or obsess over them, I guess you could say. Or could be lust. I'm sensing lust too. Um, and they don't know you exist. But yet you're too scared to even go up and talk to this person. Um, so it's causing you to feel, I don't know, I feel like for some of you, or one person in particular, like you feel empty without this person. I mean, it could be somebody new that you've never been with, or it could be somebody from your past that you was once with, and it's like almost kind of like you need that person to fulfill you in some ways. And I kind of feel like this could be, for the other scenario that I seen where, kind of like the girl's just like, oh, and over some hot guy or something, but yet you're too scared to go up and talk to them because you feel like maybe like this person is out of your league or something like that. So it leaves you feeling empty. I feel emptiness. I really do. I feel emptiness from this card. For some of you, or like I said, one person in particular, you feel empty. And I have a feeling that it's something towards a certain individual. And I feel hunger too. Like you hunger for this person. Like their presence could be their energy. But you do, you hunger for this person. Or maybe for some of you, I'm kind of picking up like you hunger for a certain feeling. Like it could be passion, and within your current relationship that you're in, like there could be some kind of emptiness within the relationship. Good God, I don't know why my camera just shut off, but I'm going to try to cut this short. So yeah, so some of you feel empty, you're hungry, and it's for one person. I mean, this feeling that you have is for one person in particular. Like you're obsessing. It's a person. I feel it's a person. Okay, so let's look up thirst. What number is this? 21. You are currently craving something with such a great thirst that it is dominating your thoughts and feelings, and you can think of hardly anything else. Thirst can be wonderful when that which you long for, yearn for, it is healthy and wise. But in this case, the thirst is for the kind of experience you know will have life-changing consequences. For with us, the thirst we experience is not just for the blood, the drink that sustains us. It is for stream of humanity and the song of life and beautiful warmth that runs through the blood. So too for you, what you thirst for is very close to becoming an addiction or an obsession, which draws you away from what makes you you. If it is a person you thirst for, their touch, their love, or if it is a substance, know that this thirst is exerting a powerful force, even close to a control. There may be an addiction or an addictive way of thinking and feeling working its way into your life. We wish to direct your consciousness to this thirst and ask you to question its source. What is it the thirst craves? Can it be satisfied? Or are you simply compelled to search and drink again and again? Know that some thirsts cannot be satisfied in ways that are in tune with your personality, yourself this time, all manifestations of your essence and soul, and others will steal you further and further away from your true self. For the message under blessing, the thirst will lead you to know more about yourself and how far you go to quest for something you want. You could encounter a way through a self-knowledge, but consider that too, what you thirst for may never find. Many of we children of the night thirst more for the humanity we have been separated from in so many ways than we thirst for the blood of the same. For the message under the curse, this thirst for knowledge, for a person, for fulfillment, for lust, for ecstasy, and the vanishment of pain through experiences or foods, drugs, or alcohol that distract you from the pains you no longer wish to feel dominates you. The thirst is so strong that it is taking over your life force and your will. You are being consumed. It is time to assert yourself, your true self, once again. So yeah, so whatever this obsession over this person, or it could be, you know, something within your relationship that maybe you might be lacking, is just really kind of consuming you, to the point where, you know, it could be becoming, you know, an obsession. So I think you really need to take a step back and really look into that and really ask yourself, you know, is this going to fulfill you? Is this person going to fulfill you? But one thing, you know, that I really believe is that you cannot expect one person to be that everything. Like, don't take this the wrong way and don't hash me for it. I'll probably do a video later on what I mean by that. But, you know, like, almost kind of like how I think we put too much expectation into people, and we have this fantasy, I guess, or this expected, you know, the fantasy in our mind that this person is going to do all these things for us. And we crave it. We obsess over it. But then sometimes in the end, when you finally get what you want, that person may not end up being who you imagine them to be. So just be mindful of that, and just really, really take a step back and just ask yourself, you know, is this going to fulfill me? Is this going to satisfy me, per se? Okay, so I think the last person I need to do is Pisces. If I missed anybody, I do apologize. I really, really do apologize. But I will try to do more of these to get me some good practice in, and try to... Sometimes when I pick up things, I don't know exactly how to get them out in my words. So any messages for my beautiful Pisceans on this Halloween day? Any messages for my beautiful Pisceans on this magical day? Pisces. Give me some messages for Pisces, please. Messages for Pisces. Outsider, misfit, loner, wanderer. So I feel like for some of you, you're different, or you feel different than most people. I feel like you for some of you, you really want to try to find acceptance within people. Either that, or you choose to stay on the outside. For some of you, you could choose to stay on the outside. More or less, I kind of like see, you know, as where if you're a loner, you're more or less you're placing yourself in that position to be more observant of everybody around you. But I really see for those of you, I really feel like you guys feel indifferent from other people. I mean, it could be in, you know, your beliefs, or maybe you are gifted with abilities too, because that's another thing that could cause you to feel indifferent from others and to place yourself outside of society, especially if you're not being accepted. um, I know myself, I had that issue growing up because I always felt indifferent from everybody else, but I really wanted to fit in. I really wanted to find that acceptance within people. So this is what I'm kind of feeling on this card. But at the same time, I'm kind of getting a sense of to be very careful you um, who you gravitate towards. I'm kind of sensing a bit of darkness. I'm going to say behind the scenes. I wouldn't say like per se within yourself, but I kind of I feel like it's behind the scenes darkness, but I feel like it's more so a particular person or a group of people that could have an influence on you. So I really feel like that you need to be careful who you're entrusting yourself with, is what I'm really getting a sense off of this card. But let's read what the message is inside the book. But for some of you, I'm sensing that I'm feeling like a warning almost. And yet the distance between you and others gives you a unique and valuable perspective. You, like us, feel estranged from the human world at the moment we find you with this card. It is as if a glass separates you from others and their world. You look at the lives of others and there is a sense of mild regret on how distant it all seems. You feel unable to find the true meaning in anyone else's experience, and you cannot relate to what so many people care about. You do not care who wins the latest reality TV show. You do not know what it is you will do for the rest of your human days. You do not understand why so many people wish to be esteemed for their clothing or their cars or the title of their job. You cannot express these feelings to most people, and if you are blessed, and we are so rarely are for fleeting moments with a true sense of companionship, the loneliness, the isolation, and that sense of having no home ends for just a little while. But for now you feel an outsider, looking ever inwards, but not feeling a part of any community or group or even any family. At this time, strange as it can be, disoriented as it can be, you are wondering about your humanness, if indeed you really belong to this great, thriving, greedy, enormous, wild, and childish family called the human race. This estrangement is current, but it is not eternal. Still, there will always be something of the orphan child about you, even if you have never suffered the abandonment so many have. You simply are different, and you have yet to find your own kind. And the truth is that when you do find your own kind, you and they may only be able to be with each other in unusual, unconventional ways or for shorter lengths of time. So the message under blessing is you have been given the opportunity to find your own way and to see the world from a unique perspective. This will give you great creative, artistic, and spiritual opportunities. Under curse, it says, being outside the tribe, searching for home, lack of comfort. So yeah, that could be another message for some of you. But I don't know. I'm just really kind of getting a sense for someone in particular, or, you know, it could be for a few others. I just kind of sense a warning off of this. I mean, not for everybody. For some people, I just really feel like you just feel indifferent. I feel like you have maybe you have psychic abilities or some type of ability, or, you know, whatever your belief structure is, isn't what I would say normal societal, you know, type stuff. So you feel like an outsider, or or, you know, you choose to be on the outside, kind of like looking in, you know, and staying away from that. But when I got towards the end of, you know, sensing what I felt, I really felt like something was like giving me a warning to somebody in particular to be careful, who you are around, who you are entrusting yourself to, because they could lead you down a wrong path, a very, very wrong path. And so yeah, so that's a warning for somebody, I just kind of feel. So I think I got all the zodiac signs. I want to go ahead and get this video wrapped up, because I do have to get my bowl of candy together. I've got to get my dinner prepped and stuff like that, so my husband has something to eat when he comes home, because I don't want to starve my baby. I do hope that you guys enjoyed the video. Like I said, I'm not experienced with reading for other people. I've only mainly my whole life I've only just felt comfortable reading for myself and maybe really close family or friends. So this is a new me. This is me going out of my comfort zone, really. So I do want to continue to do these. I do hope that you guys enjoyed it. If any of these messages resonated with you, you know, let me know. Please shoot me a comment and let me know how you feel I did. I would love to hear your guys' feedback. Feedback is always appreciated. If you want to see more content like this, then please give me a thumbs up and let me know what you thought in the comments section. I do want to continue to do these. I want to grow and use this channel to grow individually, you know, with all the things that I'm drawn to, the things that I've liked, that I've just kind of like suppressed within me, out of fear, really, because I never felt like I was good enough. I never felt like my abilities were good enough, you know, compared to other people's. And so I never nurtured them, to be honest. And I'm being so drawn to start to nurture them now for whatever reason. And if it's to help somebody, then, and if that's my life's mission, then that's what I need to do. So yeah, so let's get this wrapped up. I hope everybody is having an awesome Halloween. I hope everybody stays safe tonight. If you're going out, you know, partying or whatnot, you know, hope all your kiddos have fun trick-or-treating. You know, I'd love to see some videos, you know, or, you know, with your kitties' pictures. Oh, I did start an Instagram a few days ago. I don't have any photos or anything up on it yet. I'm not really big on social media. I barely even get on Facebook anymore, to be honest. Right now, my biggest social media outlet has been YouTube. But I did start an Instagram account. I will probably maybe start a Facebook account. That way I can go on there and let you guys know, you know, when upcoming content is coming on, or for us to even interact outside of YouTube. You know, things like that. So I will leave my Instagram handle down below. So please come give me a follow. I will also be announcing the rules and what to expect for the Thanksgiving giveaway. I will probably, I have one unboxing for the end of this month that I need to do, that I got it a couple days ago, but I haven't done it yet. So I will probably maybe do that video tomorrow. I don't know. I'm going to try to get it uploaded this weekend. That way I can get the rules and you guys get to see the box of products and everything for the Thanksgiving giveaway. So I do hope that you guys enjoy it because it's going to be a bit different. So anyway, so let's get this wrapped up. I keep talking. I need to shut up. So I hope that everybody has a magical, mystical, and wonderful day. And please keep the embers of love and happiness burning, because we all know that the world needs more love and happiness. So until next time, bye.